Hello everyone, my name is Muir and we've got something new for you today. However, before we get into the video, I'd like to take a moment to tell you that nearly 70% of people who watch our videos are not subscribed. If you're not subscribed, you could do me a huge favor by liking the video, commenting below, subscribing to the channel, and ringing that bell. It really helps out the channel and lets me know that you're liking what I'm making. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the video. There. Hey, you don't want here. Well, you can buy all this stuff. I made it today. Totally. Really? Yeah, it totally doesn't look like, cannibal weapons and gear. Also, don't mind this dead guy. I mean, he's currently relaxing. And so we're just gonna, put him down so I can... Man, I love Ogre sometimes. Ogre Engine's great. Okay, so... we need those. We're not allowed to buy much else. What about these? Sendigos Atagalus. Iron hat, straw hat, visored, masked bandana. We could probably use the tools. Oh, the tools can be used to get around slave armor, get around slave shackles. I understand. I imagine we're getting hungry, so we're just going to take one of those. Carrying so many, dead cannibals around. I think he still has something, or he's just very happy to see us. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that works. Anything else we can take advantage of over here? Any other things that we can exploit for our own benefit? Maybe. We have a lot of money, so that works. Quote unquote, a lot of money. Oh, hey, he's back. I guess he just wanted to take a dump. Best fish in town. He says something else that I won't worry about. Alright, so let's head back over there, because we've got lots and lots of steel plates. Iron plates that I'd like to use. Let's go ahead and open that on up. Let's turn our jobs back on. And let's build this. We have 2 more plates left. So maybe we'll build the belt shop, I suppose. Nope, we're going to build this one instead. Sounds good. That one requires 3 iron plates. Now we're going to running back over to the well. How's this doing? Needs water. What are those? Hungry bandits. Close the door so they can't get in. Are they going to start attacking the door? No. Well, that works. Mountain dogs. Mountain dogs are basically super burn dogs. These guys all have that medium martial arts armor on. They all have the light pants. It looks like they have adventuring boots, as well as a hooded face mask. Looks like they have, some of them have old world crossbows, I think those are. Others have, what I'm guessing, are Naginata katana, Naginata, yeah, I think Naginata katanas. Okay, sounds good. Works for me. Alright. Let's go. We could go deal with those starving bandits, that could be nice. What's that? A gate. Right. Well, we don't have any food on us. There's nothing for the starving bandits to take, the hungry bandits. So let's make sure we're safe. Let's go fight some bandits, shall we? Let's dance. Also, let's take that off. Ah. They have a leader. They do. Should be a problem for us. So he can cut us. Damn. Alright. Well, he's got to have some food on him. Damn it. He doesn't. What do you think I am? Someone who stays down? We have 40 toughness. We have 47 toughness. We should consider running, though. Get back here! I'm not done with you! It's like, get back here! Oh man, story of my life. I can't afford that. How's it going, friendo? What do you have that I want or need? Not food. We've got plenty of food back home. You all know the meme. Back home. It's just like, it's just, I don't know, gruel. Alright. Hachigane. That's a side-angled Hachigane. Remember, we're not allowed to buy or use any armor that we're not allowed to buy any armor. We're allowed to use all the armor we find. So if we stole the armor from these guys, we'd be able to use that. We just can't buy. We just can't, they buy a tag almost and then, you know, use it. Okay. What the hell was that? That sounded like a blood spider. Like skin spiders running? No. Oh, I see what it is. It's just these. Attack it! Awesome. Alright, let's put this on. Well, we can't eat that. But we'll take it, I guess. Gives us some leather, at least. Oh, hey. Are they eating those bodies? I like it. Oh, I see. They're trying to go in to eat the corpses that are in there and then they're getting attacked. I understand. As long as we don't get hit in the chest. Oh yeah. As long as we don't get hit in the chest, we can fight these guys pretty well. Oh, what? The question is going to be, are we going to die? Yeah, we're slightly injured, you know, it's alright. Alright, let's loot these then. Alright, fantastic. And now, Let's go back home so we can lay down for a little while. Because we are rather jacked up. Oh, guys. Should be easy enough. Go with me. Alright, let's close the door. Run over here. Let's lay down. Rescue. Find and rescue. We need to move that to the top of our list. And then find and put in bed. As these guys bash at our gates. We kind of need to heal a little bit. It's okay, we can always just repair the gate. Let's close this. Private, locked, close. So I'm gonna bash this open. And then they're going to leave. Alright, bugger off, buddy. Alright, so we are healing very quickly now, which is nice. Alright, nice. Can't get out of here. And no, it's the worst. Alright, let's repair this. Close it. That works. By the way, we could have repaired it faster than they were breaking it. Had we so wish. Now, we're going to need to get our leather crafting going, but we don't have any place to put these at the moment. Oh, yeah, that works. So they're just going to go there. Actually, we do have a place to put them. We can put them in general storage. Okay, so we can do leather armor crafting, which is actually quite nice for us. And what else can we do? Oh no. Are the cannibals fighting? I'm pretty sure the cannibals just made short work of... Oh, they fought bone dogs? I guess they fought bone dogs. Alright, well, that works. Also, we should go to our faction. What do we do here? AI. So, heal allies, help allies, rescue allies, shoot first, ask later. That should be fine. Okay, now turret training. Now we need to go get, after we do this tech, we'll get turret training 1. And then we will hold off on researching. Not to use that one. That should be fine. Let's put that down there. So now he'll go and get this going. Of course he'll go over there. Instead of there where it's faster. We'll get some raw iron. This requires 2 people. So instead of moving at 25%, we'll be operating at 50%-ish? 40%? 45? Yeah, much faster. It's at half power though. Yeah, power's fine. Could be faster. And then once we do enough of that, we can... Oh, good. He's prioritizing defense. I like that. So we just need a bunch of those. Okay, well, instead of telling him over and over to go do the thing in the right place... we'll just do that. So I don't have to keep telling him, so I don't have to keep repositioning him. Alright, so that should work out for us. Building condition is 5, we're good there. Alrighty. And hello everyone who's new. Welcome to the stream. Just streaming some Kenshi. Hopefully everything looks great. Alright, well. Let me know if you have any suggestions, either on the YouTube videos or in chat. We'll just start chatting, guys. So, let's go ahead and keep going. We need 2 more iron plates. Then whenever somebody attacks our base, we can just shoot at them. But cannibal hunters want to come inside, do they? Come on in, gents. Oh, Fen really wants to work on the well. We would need 4 iron plates to make the well, and I think at that point it would be self-sustaining, so that would be nice. How's this going? 70 at 78%. So with our next harvest here, we should be able to do a lot more, I think. To the point we can probably upgrade it after the next harvest. Let's see, that costs us 15 more cotton. I would go to a large and then an extra large. So we'd probably want it to go straight to extra large, if at all possible. Depending on how many cottons we manage to get out of it. Okay, when this gets to 4, we'll take it. Okay, sounds good. So that should be alright. Let's go and get more iron. A shop assault is on the way to your outpost. Again, shop assaults are not them attacking your base. It's just them coming and buying literally everything you have on sale. Which is nice in a way. Now what you would ideally want is to have 2 characters, one of them always working on this, the other one always mining. That'd be a bit nicer. But it is what it is. Okay, so one question might be, why wouldn't you settle closer to the water? And I don't really have an answer for you. There's just a copper and an iron resource right next to each other here, so that's why I settled here. It's an abandoned town. Okay, it doesn't look like anybody is in here with us anymore, so we'll close this. And, take all of that. Put it all in there. Now we should have tons and tons. Well, we should have ample iron plates. I guess is how to go with that. 100 bandits. Once we finish that, we'll probably shoot at the bandits. Well, I guess we won't. Now let's make sure that we... Oh, that's not a power thing. Let's... Yeah, whatever, it's fine. So our farming's starting to get up there. That's good. We'll eventually be able to make a lot of stuff. Hold on. Queen's bleeding arse. What the hell? Wait a minute. By the Queen's teats! Hold on. By the Queen's hairy beard! Hang on. By the Queen's balls! What? Wait a minute. Are you telling me that you want to come inside? Hang about. Alright, see you guys later. Friggin' weirdos. Alright, how much cotton do we have? 45, so enough to go to extra large. Works for me. Upgrade. Upgrade. Let's go over here. Take it all. And then build it all. That works. Which we need to go to extra large. 20. We've got that. So we'll go to extra large, and then we should be able to get a ton of plants. Now we can get 121. Not too bad. Oh, there's hungry bandits. Hey, here's your food. Alright, who are they jacking up? Rain. Well, Rain's got some skills. Oh no, Rain! Excellent. Man, the turret. Have we turned off jobs? Let's go man the turret. Is it able to fire? Yeah, I don't think it's able to shoot. Okay, let's go repair this. Because we can repair it faster than he can damage it. How's he doing? He's playing dead. Oh, well, we could get some free, get some free engineer experience out of this. Alright, you get over here. first aid, Rain. You fought well, Rain. Would you like to join me? He can't, actually, because we don't have the mod for that. But we can steal this guy's stuff. Oh, yeah. We can steal his crap. Rain's not going to go where it's relatively safe. I see how it is. Let's turn on our jobs. So we're just going to repair this and then promptly make fabrics. Sounds good. At which point we will promptly make Tagelmus, which will be great. Let's close that. Alright, there we are. You're making all stuff. We like all stuff. So, crafting. Nice. How fast? What's it at now? So, yeah, crafting speed. It's at 0.85. We're not injured. It was slightly higher last time. Right? I remember last time it was at 0.95. Oh well, it's okay. Hey, sup, Chris? Just Chris 420. How's it going? Oh, I see what's going on. Our crafting speed is increasing because we are becoming more skilled. I understand. So, how's it going, dude? Alright, shopping Tempest. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's just those guys again. Whee! Yeah, Kenshi's fun. So, if you're curious what we did for this one, we started as Wanderer, and then we more or less are going to try and live in the Cannibal Wastes. Why is there red near my base? Who's around here? Because there's green. Oh, I know what it is. It's these guys. These guys are showing as red, but they're not actually hostile to us. Really, day 3 of owning the game. Okay, so here's... If you start as Wanderer, here's what I recommend you do. So, you start in Squin, right? No, you start in the hub. So, immediately run down to Squin, and you want to buy one of these, the Advanced Splint Kit, and one of these, the Advanced First Aid Kit. So the reason for that is the Advanced First Aid Kit has, like, 1,000 charges. Oh, nice. So you can do that. If you want something more risky, if you go to the Fog Islands, you can kill princes and sell their heads for like 5 grand. Or, more realistic, you can not kill the princes yourself, but lure them to guards. The guards will kill them. Then you can loot the heads of the princes off of them, and then you can sell those. Or, if you can put people on the like poles that the princes are eating people off of, and you can then essentially sneak attack princes and rip their heads off when they're just, you know, unconscious. And then you can go sell those heads for 5k a pop. So you have Living World or Reactive World. I'm not sure which one does it, but it also adds bounty heads to the Fogman Warriors for like 2.5k or so. So it becomes even more of a money farm. But all of that, if you want something that is relatively safe and fairly easy to do, as in you just need to like feed yourself, if you start cotton farming anywhere that's green, so as long as you start as a human and not a hiver, not a shek, and definitely not a skeleton, you can... Oh, nice. So I have a bunch of mods. I think the description might have it somewhere here where you can just install those mods if you like. But Reactive World and Living World can work well together. Reactive World's nice. But if you go over here to Okran's Pride, you can basically make cotton. So you sell cotton. No, you farm cotton. And then you turn the cotton into fabrics. And then you turn the fabrics into like tagelmusts. So if we go to crafting, we can make tagelmusts. Well, these sell for, 175 cats. Unless you start getting higher in the crafting skills, in the armor crafting, at which point they start selling for like a lot more. So what happens there is you can literally just turn a fabric, which costs, I don't know, like 50 cats or something, and you can sell it for, and you can make an item using one fabric that sells for like 500 cats or 1,000 cats or something when you get to the higher end stuff. So if you have a character you just want to like place somewhere and then have them sit there and just do their thing, that's one way to do it. And then they can make really good gear for you later on. The other thing is food is really cheap. It won't seem like it, but food is really cheap. And if you're playing as a human, these wooden sandals are amazing. Yeah, they're just amazing. So I have a bunch of mods, though. This is a weapon that isn't in the base game. But, okay, so tips to give you. So, when it comes to armor, you'll notice that it has coverage, it has cut efficiency, and then cut resistance and bomb resistance. Whenever your character gets hit in a location, the game just... So whenever your character gets hit, the game just rolls randomly to see what limb is going to get hit. Chest gets hit the most, by the way. So when you get hit by an attack, the game is going to roll randomly to see what limb will get hit. There's actually, on the wiki, you can find what the percentages are. After that, it goes and says, okay, well, does the armor even apply? So you see here where it says head 25%, right arm 95%, chest 10%. So let's say it hits in the chest, which is the most common body part to get hit. It will roll a 1d100, basically, so 100%. And if it rolls anything below 10%, well, 10% or lower, 10 to 1, effectively, because it can't hit 0, then the chest armor applies. If it doesn't apply at all. So, like a lot of new players will see the heart protector and they'll see high armor, but it has really low coverage. So there's a chance that it negates, like, I don't know, like 30% of damage or something. But realistically, it's like a 10% chance to negate 30% of the damage. Does that make sense? So, the plated armor can be great. Also, there's a character that a lot of new players miss, which is down here in Wind. He's kind of a pain to get to because you basically have to swim from over here, or you have to swim from over here to get to him. But he's called Armor King, and he sells really good armor. So if you want an easy playthrough, then you go to Okran's Pride, and you basically just farm cotton there, build walls. So you can just install both of them and they cooperate with each other essentially just fine, as far as I can tell. The thing is, one of them does... So basically the one that's lower in the list will be the one that takes priority over the ultimate changes to the world. So if you like something that shows up in Reactive World more than Living World, you would put Reactive World lower in the stack, because lower gets loaded last. It's loaded after things that are above it. So that's all what it does. But yeah, it's really nice. gonna quick save this just in case anything crashes. And okay, let's try to. Can I load Steam? Can I put it up there? I think I'd have to like actually hard close Kenshi. Yeah. Let me see if there's anything I can do here. Kenshi crash? Hello? No, it didn't crash. Okay. Can I click on anything? Wait, there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. I would need to restart. Crap. So I can't really show, well, mods. So we have a bunch of mods. A lot of things are cosmetic, other things add stuff. But, let's see. Let's see if we can find Reactive World. If you like furries, there's a Fennec mod. They're interesting. They run really fast. Let's see. Scar's pathfinding is really useful because the pathfinding in the base game is terrible. Nice map, topographic map is really nice. So topographic is when you have these little lines here. So we can see that this goes up. Every now and again they have the marks there. So when something goes up by a significant amount, you're supposed to have like a triangle on a map that shows that. I don't remember there being that many. But usually the lighter it is on the topographic map, the higher it is. So you can get a lay of the land. You're not actually supposed to be able to see what the topography is for the Fog Islands, but whatever, here it is. But the topographic map is nice. So that's Mongrel. That's where you can go in the Fog Islands if you want to do the Fog Princes. There might be something for that. There's also a town here in the Deadlands, which sells some of the best gear in the game. You can literally run there as soon as you start the game. You won't be able to afford anything, and you'll probably die of acid brain if you're a human. But you can do it. One of the things well, if it's one of your earlier playthroughs, I would just not install a mod that adds extra experience, gain. It's like Godsend or something, Godsend experience ×5 or something. So I would avoid that. Don't bust my eardrums. That one's probably useful because the music gets really loud, as you probably experienced. Animation overhaul just adds animations. Better crop fences makes crop fences look like this instead of how they are, which is almost impossible to tell where they begin and end. Let's Talk just has characters say more things. Dark UI is the UIs I'm using if you wanted to have that instead of the other one. It's better for like running around at nighttime. All materials back when dismantling. This one I fully endorse because I think it's kind of stupid to like dismantle something and then not be able to remantle it, be able to put it back together. I mean, I can take my bed apart and then, you know, move it to a different room and reassemble it, and I don't magically lose half my bed. So, so that one I fully endorse. If you use animals, Bone Dog Backpack is nice. Most of this other stuff, yeah, Reactive World, Living World, that's where they are. So they're okay. Like, you can put them in whatever load order you want. It's just so Living World right now gets priority over Reactive World. So if there's a world state change, Reactive World would change it first, and then Living World would change it again to something else. If that makes any sense. Shinobi Trader Expanded just means that the Shinobi Trader, he has more options. And Hyper Expansion. So, expanded names, all that stuff. My advice to you as a new player is, if you start as Wanderer, definitely go from the hub to Squin and pick up the Advanced Blunt Kit and the Advanced First Aid Kit. The reason for this is whenever you're using First Aid, you use charges of that, and this has 10,000. This has 1,000 charges and at high quality, so it's going to heal more per charge than the little first aids that you can pick up or make for like one fabric that are like, they're not really all that useful. You carry like 20 of them around and you go through all of them. Yeah. So whichever one you decide to do. Rock Bottom is fun. I haven't done it. The reality of all the starts is, you know, they're about the same once you get past the first like couple of hours. But yeah, Rock Bottom is you're missing an arm, and you're in the desert and you have no money, so you have to go and starve. Yeah, you have to go and steal to survive. Okay, it's 4:14. I can't really go and show you. Do you know how sneaking and stealth works? But yeah, Rock Bottom could be really fun. Okay, I guess those guys are just screaming. Maybe they'll leave. Okay. So after opening the gates, they finally leave. Alright. How many iron plates do I have? Hand over that torch. Bro. So, sneaking, we can probably use this guy as an example. We'll let that finish first, and so how sneaking works, just so you know, is you see how we have that light icon there? That makes it easier to see us, and the blue means he can't see us at all. As we get around him, it'll turn yellow. That means he's sort of aware of what we're doing. We're sort of in his peripheral vision, but now it's a dice roll based on our stealth as to whether or not he would notice us doing anything nefarious, like picking a lock or committing a crime. We move in front of him. Well, our stealth is really high compared to his vision, evidently. There, it just turned red. So what that means is he can actively see us, so anything that we do, he is fully aware of. So if we were to steal something in front of him, he would now be aware that we are stealing, committing crimes. So that he would probably be upset with us if he was a guard or something. Okay, so we have that plates. Now, what I kind of recommend you do is, unless you're going to go for like just farming, that you probably avoid a base unless you're putting it for your like your second playthrough. Unless you're putting it like, unless you're a human and you're putting it in Okran's Pride, at which point you're pretty much safe. Just put it on like a patrol route here, like there, and then you'll pretty much get paladins protecting you all the time. So it can be really nice. Random corpses. So when you first play the game, you'll most likely play in like ×1 or ×2 speed, but you know, don't be too scared of ×3 speed or whatever this is fastest. By the way, my YouTube channel, Muir, has tons and tons of Kenshi, like lots of Kenshi. There's a lot to the game. There's a lot of stuff you can take. So these require, the farms do require water. I believe it's 5 or 10 cotton per fabric, so if you decide to go with farming, then there's definitely a lot of, you'll need a lot of water. So if you decide to go with being out in the desert and you want to do cactus farming or something like that, you can make rum, which sells really well in the swamps. You can also make chew sticks, which are food, so you can turn your cacti into food. So that's one of those things, and it's a desert food as well. You know, makes perfect sense for a cactus. But let's see if you decide you want to do a base. We're doing a base race because building a base early is really difficult, typically. Harder way to play the game. But yeah, that can work. Yeah, just unless you want to do like a stealth character, samurai armor is probably... Oh, we have a raid. We are getting attacked. That's good. We actually get to test out our defenses real quick. Aiming. Goody. Oh yeah, I haven't messed around with the reshitter. So with bases, by the way, walls, you can't shoot through walls, but you can shoot through gates. So we're able to shoot these guys through the gates. Oh no! Oh no! Let's close the door. Oh, they're actually trying to bash through the walls. Okay, that's fun. What is he doing? He's just standing there. Alright then, friends. Don't mind if we do. Oh! Got him. I think they're bugged. Can we hit him? As it rain? Oh no. Come on, Fen. You can do this. He's not even moving. Oh, there he goes. Where do we hit them anyway? The stomach. Sounds good. Alright, well. Let's open that up. We'll go out there, we'll repair our stuff. Alright, he's super dead. He's almost super dead. Let's make sure we take all his stuff so he can't fight us. Alright, fixing all stuff, that works. Oh, okay, sounds good. How's this? Fixed. Nice. What are we doing? Are they back? Oh no. Someone's back. Where are we pointing? Oh. We're pointing at that person way over there. Go get them. Take this, cannibal. Die. Alright, that works for me. What you got? Okay, good. take that as well. Let's just close the door here. Let's run over to the fishing village, shall we? Oh, by the way, you can't outrun beak things, just so you know. So if you find one of them, you're not going to be able to get away from them. Also, if you have a character doing this thing where they keep running back and forth, just turn off jobs and then they'll stop doing that. Hello. Alright, so we got a little bit more money. Oh, by the way, yeah, they run pretty fast. So, also, you probably already know this because of your, because you ran that business that was very lucrative, your copper mining business. Most people do that as their very first. But you can buy some houses in towns. So it's really nice if you want to have multiple homes where you just have food and supplies. And hydroponics lets you build stuff inside, but that's higher end tech. Alright. Get those. Might as well get those while we're here. Hemp, by the way, about the Holy Sword start. I think that's where you, like, have a Nodachi from the Holy Nation. And so you're an outlaw in the Holy Nation. So you start with low faction with them. But you otherwise have a nice high-tier sword that you can use. The only problem, really, is that it's a katana. So you might not understand that. So katanas are fantastic early game weapons, but they are horrendous late game weapons. So the good thing about a katana is they do 100% cut damage, so your dexterity skyrockets as you're using them. So how dexterity scales, by the way, how it increases, is the more cut damage something does, the more dexterity experience you get per swing. If that makes any sense. So katanas have really high cut damage, and they only do cut damage. But they're really bad against skeletons and robots. And they also are kind of bad against armor. Because, so, again, how armor works. So here we have a high-grade tacklemost. So, this one has 90% coverage. So if I get hit in the head, there's a 90% chance that the tacklemost will reduce the damage some. So, let's say it does cut damage. So it does cut damage. It hits, and the tacklemost takes the hit. So it's the damage from cut is reduced by 4%, but 80% of that cut damage becomes now blunt damage, and 20% of it just goes well. The damage after being reduced by cut damage, 80% becomes blunt damage, and 20% just goes straight into me. So if I take a cut damage, let's say I take 10 cut, let's say I take 100 cut damage. So it's reduced by 4 down to 96. So now 80%. Oh, nice. Well, on the bright side, okay. So yeah, if I take 100 damage, it gets reduced by 4 damage. So 80% of that 4 damage. Okay, my interconnection seems to have figured itself out. So 80% of that 96 damage now becomes blunt damage. 20% of it goes straight into my character as just cut damage. And there's nothing I can do about that. Cut damage is dangerous because it does bleed damage. I think just from hitting you generally. But now that 80% cut, 80% damage, that was turned into blunt damage, now that gets reduced by another 30% here. So what you'll see is on higher armors, they will have like 80% cut damage resistance and like 100% cut damage efficiency, and like, I don't know, 60% blunt resistance. So all of this comes around to mean that if you use cut weapons, those are great against unarmored enemies. They are absolute hot garbage against armored enemies. Oh, by the way, toughness. If we go over here and look at that, that also has a damage resistance. And when it gets above 50, it reduces damage by even more. So, but until it gets to 50, you're actually taking extra damage. So, oh, and also armor is layered. So remember that the chest is the limb, the body part, that will get hit the most often, I think, for all species. You can do that. You can keep in mind that usually you are outnumbered, so you'll die really fast. So you can do that. You can definitely do that. What I would recommend, though, is if you want to do that, just crank the number of nests, but don't crank the overall damage. Because otherwise what's going to happen is, like, you'll literally run into your first enemy and just die. So also, if I remember correctly, melee attacks in Kenshi have like a 70% chance to be blocked if your total attack is equal to their total defense. So what you'll find is that late game, two characters will like wail on each other, and they'll just be blocking each other's attacks over and over and over, and then one of them will hit and they'll do a bunch of damage, and then they'll just get back to wailing on each other. So that is really interesting. But let's talk about stats real quick. So dexterity and toughness. So dexterity is most affected by limb damage, and strength is most affected by malnourishment. It's still affected by taking injuries, but strength is affected far more. So what this means is, like, let's say you want to use heavy weapons or something. If you use a big heavy weapon, your relative strength as you take damage will go down, which means you'll be less and less able to use the weapon. And that can make that weapon really not great. So, do you know what kind of weapon you want to use? Just out of curiosity. Think about it like this. So heavy weapons are super late game weapons. Katanas are super early game weapons. Pole arms are generally the best overall. Outside. The best overall outside. Blunt is, most people don't even like consider it, really. The best weapon in blunt is the spiked mace, I think, because it probably start with katana and go big sword. Yeah, so katana then big sword is really useful. Hackers, I think, are generally good overall. Big sword requires a lot of strength, so that's one of the problems with big sword. So when you don't meet the strength requirement for a weapon, which scales with blunt damage, by the way, you swing the weapon less quickly. Now, how blocking works in Kenshi is kind of interesting. And that is this. You have to actually finish the blocking animation to a certain extent. Yeah, sure, I guess this will work. So you have to finish the block animation for you to even have a chance of blocking. If you don't actually finish the block animation, then they just hit. So this becomes a problem if you use big heavy weapons, because especially if you go and find Ruka. She's in Squin, you can find her. She's the Shek who has shaved horns. She's basically a free character. So if you